Today's video is showing you my craft room. I last did a walk around through it probably 4 or 5 years ago, but it's changed so much since then. In fact, I hadn't realised how much it had changed until I watched my video. So I'll start from the door and work my way around. So here's the door where I hang up my apron. It hasn't been painted yet, the door and the woodwork, so that's why it's a bit grubby. Here are my sprays. Most of them are homemade sprays, so I tend to keep all the cool ones at this side and the warmer ones over this side. And under here, these are sprays and empty spray bottles, but I keep my glimmer and sparkly sprays in there because they're best to be kept on the side, because then the glitter doesn't settle, or the mica. And these again are empty spray bottles and little spray things. These are all things to make textures. So there's cork, there's crystally, glittery, snowy stuff. There's little polystyrene balls. I think that's bulgur wheat. So everything in there more or less is for texture. These are odd cans of spray things. These are tools where I keep the bits and pieces for my Dremel, and this is for when I spray things, I put them on there. These are airbrush bits and pieces, airbrush paint. These are usually where I keep a project that I'm halfway through. Couple of little bits and pieces that I've made, so little bags with all bits and bobs in them and other things that I've made. This box was just an empty box, a wooden box, and I decorated it, and I keep all my inks and calligraphy pens in there. These are all metallic sheets that was a present, so there's all different colours in there. This was something someone was throwing away. Let's make it a little bit further away. Sorry, wrong way. This was something someone was throwing away, this wooden box, and I rescued it, and I love it. So I haven't varnished it or anything. I've just put some wood oil on it, which has really helped, and I keep glitter in there, drills, drill bits, more glitter, even more glitter, and even more glitter. I like glitter. Little tiny mini die cut machine, which I don't often use, but it's handy now and again. This is my memory decks, which I started decorating. It's got a fair way to go, but I've done a few, and I will gradually get round to doing more. These are all bits and pieces that I've made at various times. Some of them are 3D printed, some of them like this, they're made of polymer clay, a couple of stones. This is a stone that was made for me by someone, as my job in real life is a driving instructor, and she made me this wonderful stone which looks like my car, and it looks like the sign on top of my car, and I love it. A little 3D printed dog which I painted to look like my dog. Another polymer clay thing. These are my 3D printers. These are the ones for resin. So this is a resin printer. This cleans the resin off. And this is my 3D printer that takes filament, which I use all the time for so many different things. Going over here, well, going down here, I've got powders, pigment powders, and underneath that, these are mainly metallic ones and mica ones. Some empty trays that I sometimes put projects on, and this drawer is completely full of anything to do with sanding, so sandpaper, files and things like that. Then I've got this cupboard. These are more things that I've made, so if you can see them because they're very high up, hats, bits inside the cupboard, some fairy houses, a dragon, some of my books that I've made. I love making books. This is one that's made completely from scratch with, I think it was a cereal box it started off as, and all the papers in it are pretty much handmade. Some of them are not, like this one's part of a map, so obviously that one's not handmade, but they're all inked. This is made with tissue paper, all sorts of bits and pieces in here, pockets, loads of things. I love these crinkly papers, they're so nice. And there's other little books in here. This is a book I made. I was going to go to Thailand as a present for my birthday, and unfortunately COVID happened and I ended up never going, and I made this book that I was going to take with me, and I was going to write all the things that we did in Thailand, and I bought a little camera that I could, a little printer that I could print pictures that I was going to print out while I was there and fill it out, and I thought, oh, this will be wonderful to do, but as you can see, never got finished. In this side there's a mask that I made, a wand, polymer clay bear. This is just a curiosity box with all bits and pieces, and it's got a polymer clay dragon on the front that I made, including the eye. I painted the eye on the back of a glass cabochon. I was quite pleased with that. I do like that book. Made it years ago, but I love it still. A little room that I made, Halloweeny thing, and I don't know if you can see, but there's all bits and pieces inside. Because the roof is made of plastic, I can put a light on there and it shines into the room, so it does look pretty good. Little bits of jewellery, mainly made of polymer clay. Bits and pieces of tools. Going back over here, I'm a design team member for Katie Sue Designs, which do the moulds. So these are my Katie Sue moulds in these two drawers. This is resin, bits and pieces, and that mould. This is clay and bits and pieces in here. Bits, sticky gems and things. These are all messy, this one, but it's all adhesives. And this one is all bits and pieces. Going along here, this is the fire. These are a couple more things that I've made with polymer clay. As you can see, I do enjoy a little bit of polymer clay. These are mainly brushes and things to blend. A couple of sharpeners and bits and bobs. I use a lot of isopropyl alcohol and acetone, so that's these. My brush, water, rulers, bits and pieces, another shelf, more bits and pieces, most of them that I've made myself, camera bits, glitter, quotes. These are all a lot of my pens and pencils, but I do have more eyelets and things in there, and this is mainly painting and rub-ons. A jacket that I've decorated. In these drawers I've got a lot of Posca pens, I've got varnishes, I've got gesso, I've got wax melts, all bits and bobs, bookmaking supplies. This one I keep mats and things to make, some pens, these are Crayola ones that I made, cutters for polymer clay, rollers, and the bottom drawer is all bits and bobs. We've got inks and electrical things like heat guns, glue guns. This is where I sit. So I sit here on this chair. Next to me, I've got this. This is an IKEA thing, but all the bits here are all 3D printed. So it's really good because it means that I can print the size I want and the amount that I want, and I can keep all my paintbrushes and glues and bits and bobs. In here, which is a bit messy, is a lot of my 3D printing filaments. So I keep them under there so they're out of the way. And another couple of these ones I've actually printed the backboard, but with a 3D printer. I've got cloths and things here, sewing machine and material, pasta maker, and some more pens. More pens over here. These are alcohol pens. Here we have unsorted things, Xyron things, lots of stickers, loads of them. Some more Katie Sue bits and pieces. And we'll go round. This is where I do my filming. I've put a tea towel over the light so it doesn't glare so much. Going down here, we've got scan and cut, bits and bobs, some bits and pieces that I've moulded for Katie Sue, where I've done extra bits and not used them, and sometimes they'll come in handy on another project. This is glitter glues. I know, I love glitter, you can tell, can't you? These are just odd bits of paper that I put in there, homemade things and all bits. These little drawers are mainly empty at the moment, but I will be filling them. This is jelly plates and also lino plates. And these are bits for the Brothers Scan and Cut, and books, and some albums. And then around here I've got cards, or pencils and crayons and bits and pieces like that, stamps and stencils. These are all die cuts or die cutters. Paper and card, mainly card, and some napkins to make things with. Other bits and pieces in here. More die cuts. Just bits and pieces in folders. Scraps, stencils and magnets, and if I go up, I've got 12 by 12 papers which are in these, and this one is all my jewellery making. So if I'm making rings or silver jewellery and things, that's all kept in that cupboard for now. This is a parcel from Timu that I haven't opened yet. These die cuts are all shaped ones, nested ones, and I find I use them quite a lot, and they're handy because I can say, oh, which size circle or which size square, and they're really handy. Another polymer clay picture, a couple of watercolours that I've drawn, my Dremel, my Scan and Cut, the drawers underneath These are all moulds, but they're moulds that aren't Katie Sue moulds. And this is all bits and pieces in here, not very tidy I'm afraid. This is where I keep some empty bottles and some syringes and things. Here I've got my paper cutters, I've got shape stencils, some embossing folders, some more stamps, all bits and bobs. This is mainly where I keep stickers, paper, books, empty books that haven't been written in, sellotape, till rolls, staples, things like that. This is my chameleon markers, and these are the chameleon, I've forgotten what they call these ones. They're the little chameleon bits that go on the end. I've got some distress oxides. These are all inks, alcohol inks. Some of them are ready-made ones, but a lot of them I've made myself. Distress inks along these. Chipboard shapes. And down here I've got little all bits to embellishment-y type bits in all those. Let's put this back. And down here, this is where I keep all my paints. Again, I'm very messy. I do tidy it up now and again, but it just still gets in a mess. So they're all my paints, mainly acrylics. A few bits down here, which are some, I've got a scoring board, and these are textile hardeners. So they're there. So that's my room. I hope you enjoyed looking around it. I love it. If I feel down or bored or fed up, I can come in here and it always makes me smile. So I enjoyed sharing it with you. Thank you for watching, and if you enjoy my videos, please hit subscribe. Thank you. Bye.